Hello, hello, my friends. Happy Wednesday. Hello, hello. I'm just going to hang for a second. Let you guys jump on. I'm going to put a couple links out here for you. Let me grab one more here. Hello, hello. Come join me. Say hello. I am putting a couple links in here. The Sedona clearings, of course, and the Chinese New Year bundle, which we're going to talk about the Chinese New Year in just a second. Let's get some people online first and say hello. Make sure you can hear me and see me. Yeah, tell me what your weather's like. I know it's so funny. I'm so interested in the weather now. It's like 50 here. The sun came out for like an hour. Wish it would have come out all day though, but I had the leaf blower out for an hour. Omaha, hello, Miss Linda and Janet and Cindy. Hey, Cindy, how are you? It is a lot nicer to get to places this year, like the expos and stuff, isn't it? Miss Carla, hello, hello, hello. There we go. Now I see some people jumping on. Hello, Miss Kimberly. Hello, hello. $50 degrees and windy for Miss Peggy. Yeah, it's beautiful here today. But we're supposed to get some possibly rain. I don't even think we're going to get any snow. We were supposed to. I do know we need some moisture though, because otherwise our lakes get really dried out. The farmers really don't like when it doesn't have any weather. So usually this week, Eli's birthday is tomorrow. He's gonna be 54. But normally it's his birthday. We actually, a couple years ago, I told him we're going to stop skiing for his birthday because it was always 20 below, 30 below. So this is so weird. Hello, hello, my Arizona friends. So I'm heading to Arizona soon. I'm going to have a retreat out there, and I've also booked some VIP and mentorship days out there. I have one woman that's considering, but I have one spot left in my Sedona retreat. A woman that was going to come can't come. She had some medical stuff come up, so she can't come. So I do have one spot. I have someone in the works. But if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know. Email me and I can get you the link and everything to take a look at it. But we're going to be there. It's very short notice, but we're going to be in Sedona from February 25th through the 29th. I got a couple surprises planned, of course. We're going to be out on the land. We're going to do all the stuff because I love showing people around Sedona. But just last minute, this woman just cannot make it. And so I have one open spot, possibly. So if that's something that you want to get some more information on, let me know. All right. Oh, I don't know who you are. She said it's my husband's birthday tomorrow too. It just says Facebook user. You must not be registered with StreamYard. Oh, Cindy, really? That is a bummer. I actually know lots of people that have had to have that surgery. Do what the doctor tells you to do for recovery. Do everything they tell you to do, and it will be cake. I'm curious, the one that it's your husband's birthday, is he handy? My husband is incredibly handy. I always tell girls, marry a handyman. They can fix anything. All right, so we have a big energy week this week moving into February. So we have Eli's birthday, which is tomorrow. Okay, Angie. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he's handy then. So we have Eli's birthday. We have a new moon on Friday. Those of you that are in Spirit School with me, we have our new moon gathering that we do. And then Saturday is the Chinese New Year, which is what I want to talk about because that is when the energy of the new year comes in. So we always change our calendars for the new year, right? For December 31st. But I used to always be so confused because I'd be like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like the new year yet. The energy doesn't really feel lined up. I don't get it. And then into February, I'd be like, oh, now it kind of does. And I was taught, Sunny Dawn Johnson actually, and Catherine Weber both, she is a feng shui expert. They taught me about the Chinese New Year, and that's when the energy shifts. And I was like, oh, well, that makes sense, because Eli and I would go into this cleaning and decluttering and throwing away and improving the house kind of stuff in January and some of February. And it happened every year. And I was like, oh, that's why he does that. He doesn't even know why he's doing it, but that's why he does it. And so we've been doing that kind of stuff for years. We just didn't know why. And now we do. So it's a Chinese New Year coming on Saturday. And I always like to talk about a few fun things just to kind of celebrate the energy of it, because I think it's fun. I think we have to look for ways to have fun in our lives, and this is one of them. So how many of you know anything about the Chinese New Year? Is it totally new to you? Is it something you maybe know a few little things about? Give me a little feedback. Because I'll tell you some basics. We also put together a really cute bundle for you where we've given some different tips and tricks, both to get yourself and your home ready for the Chinese New Year. And I also created it's about a half an hour. I usually try to keep my meditations a little bit shorter, but it just kept coming in, and it's such a cool meditation. So if you buy the Chinese New Year bundle, it includes a couple PDFs, but it also includes a really, really nice meditation. And you can use it more than once for sure. Mostly new. Okay. Who else? You guys all new? Maybe you're driving home from work. Maybe you can't comment. Whew, it's hot in here. I stoked up my fire before I came in, and it's hot. Mostly new as well. Oh, most of you are new. Okay. That's fun then. So a few different things that you can do any time of the year. For sure, you guys can Google this and all that kind of stuff too. But some of the stuff that several of us have kind of picked up, and we do it on the Chinese New Year, I thought I would share that so you guys can do some fun stuff too. So one of the first things that I think is super easy, you can do this with anyone that pops in that day. You can do it with kids who love it. We actually had an expo a few years ago out in Montana. I don't know if Lori's on, but it was really fun. We were all out in Montana, and it was beautiful out. And I was like, Lori, it's Chinese New Year tomorrow. We need to go get a shit ton of oranges because we need to roll oranges into the room. And we had all of the practitioners, and everyone had their booth set up and everything. And we went out, and she bought just a shit ton of oranges. And so one of the things that you can do is you face your house, and you go to your front door, and you roll the oranges into your house. Okay. That is for inviting. It's like symbolic of inviting prosperity and wealth and opportunities into the house. And the cool thing about that is it's easy to do. You can all go get some oranges at the grocery store. And what I like about it is it's fun, and anyone can do it. Any age can do it. You can do it if you're home or not. Nikki and I did it into our hotel room, and then we did it into, it was so fun at that expo because every one of us, all of the people that had booths that day, we all rolled our oranges in, we videotaped it and stuff. It was so fun. And it lifts the vibration, I think. I think it's fun. So on Saturday, I actually have a small group coming over in the igloo. So I'm going to make them roll oranges too. And that in this year is an 8-year. So it's all about prosperity and wealth and value and worthiness. And so rolling the oranges could be a very simple thing that you do that day. Okay. And so this is Saturday. Okay. So roll some oranges. Let's see. Clean your house. That is something, you know what? I've heard a bunch of different things about that, Cheryl. I was just kind of looking at my notes to see if I had anything about that. We sometimes eat them. Sometimes we put them in a bowl. Sometimes I have given them to the birds. Sometimes I've made a simmer pot out of them. So I really think it just depends what kind of hit that you have. So I don't mind eating them. It was fine with me. Nothing happened. I think use them. Why not? even if you give them to the birds, because anytime that you are, I think they're okay for the birds. Anytime that you're feeding nature or putting birdseed out or things like that also is prosperity, also is inviting wealth. Like, I'm going to feed you so the universe can feed me. So sometimes I keep them in the bowl for a little bit, and sometimes we eat them right away. So that's up to you guys. I was just reading in my notes. I was like, I want to know, because I know someone's going to ask about that. And another little clue with the oranges is you can get a bunch of oranges, have them in a couple different bowls around your house, and you can keep them around for 9 days. And then you can either take them outside, compost them, give them to the animals, or make simmer pots as well. Yep. Also not supposed to do laundry or clean on the Chinese New Year. So do that all in the next couple days. I was just going to talk about that, Tracy. You must be psychic. But yeah, cleaning your house, decluttering your house. So I had a couple hours today in between appointments. So that's what I did. I cleaned and dusted and cleaned out the fridge. I always clean out the fridge. I always think there's something with the fridge. So I cleaned out the fridge. I'll vacuum tomorrow because I got company coming Saturday. And then you don't clean or declutter, or I've also heard for sure laundry. I've also heard not to cook on the Chinese New Year. So we sometimes do a bigger meal on Friday and just have leftovers, or we order in, or we go out. So that's another thing. But yeah, for sure laundry too. Yep, I was just going to say that one. Also, I think this weekend will be great because I think the weather's going to be great. You can let the good vibes in. So open all your windows, all of them. I have had the windows and doors open all week. For sure on the New Year's, I always open the windows, even if it's cold in your area. Some people are getting storms and stuff. Even a few minutes just to let the old energy out and invite the new energy in. Oftentimes on that day, I will also go and stand in both doors, the front and the side door. If I sage my house, I would do that on Friday because that's the new moon. I would sage on Friday so it's nice and cleaned up for Saturday. Okay. Sending out wishes. I like this one. Sending out good wishes in your space. Also sending out good wishes to people that mean a lot in your life. And so I've actually been doing this all week because I think it's fun to do. I had a memory come up today, and this woman had out of the blue had offered us, I mean, I knew her and everything, but she had offered us her cabin to use when the kids were little. And it was kind of that time in our life where we just needed something. Just needed a win. And so I reached out to her and I sent her a picture that had come up on my memories. And I was like, listen, like this was a huge impact. Like even today, that weekend impacts my life. And I think sending out wishes and appreciation to people that have made an impact on you, or you would like to thank them for being part of your life or your friendships or things like that. I've been doing that all week, but for sure we'll do it on the Chinese New Year too. I think that one's really kind of fun. Also get new threads. I think that one's fun too. Get a new outfit, a new haircut, something to start out the new year. A lot of my friends, they all get new jammies, which I think is cute, or they'll get new sheets for the bed. Someone just told me, where was it? I think it was in Spirit School today. Someone just told me they went out and they bought some new socks, which new socks are always the best. So get something new. Wearing red, also very auspicious for the Chinese New Year. Let's see. See, these are all easy things, right? Giving money in red envelopes. I was trying to find my red envelopes. I must have used them last year, but typically during this week, for sure on Saturday for the Chinese New Year, let's say you did order some food in, they have these beautiful red envelopes, or you can just buy regular red envelopes and you pay people with red envelopes. That's very auspicious. It's good luck. It's inviting prosperity, wealth. A lot of it's around the money piece. And we all want luck. And we all want money, and we all want prosperity and opportunities. So these are all little tiny, tiny fun things that you guys can do. Let's see. I'm looking for some things that are a little bit easy to do. Yep, here's where I read that. Clean your fridge and your pantry. Of course, you can do that any time of year, but I also think that, I don't know, I always do it before New Year's. I do it before Christmas. I do it before big energy, like winter solstice or that kind of stuff. or sometimes even before like a full moon. I don't know. There's just something about vacuuming and cleaning your fridge. I like this one too. This is something that we'll be doing on Saturday with my little private group. Lay it to rest, which I love that. What is it that you are bringing in from 2023 that's heavy? Maybe it's an experience you're still, you know how you have shit happen and then you kind of sit in it for a while and you just keep thinking about it and you keep going over the story and you just kind of sit in the energy of it. Maybe you complain about it or you keep just talking about how awful it was, even though it's over. That stuff, lay it to rest. So journal it out. You can burn it. You can shred it. You can rip it up, throw it in the garbage. But you want to take a little bit of time that day and lay 2023 to rest. The meditation in the Chinese New Year bundle, that it does some of that too. That's why it's a little bit longer, because we're letting go and then we're bringing in the new, but laying things to rest. Oh, this one's kind of, you know what? This one's kind of cool to go with laying it to rest. Once you get the heavy ones out, have a new clean piece of paper where you can be open to solutions. And maybe some solutions will pop in, or put that paper up for solutions. And one of the tricks that I do is I'll say, okay, Spirit, this is at the top of my paper. I said, Spirit, this is what I need help with. And then I list everything out that either I don't know what to do with it, I don't have any ideas yet, I don't have any solutions, something that's bothering me, and then I put it in my magical top right drawer. I don't know why it's top right drawer, but that's where it's supposed to go. And then over the next couple months, I just watch the solutions come in, because sometimes you just need to ask for the help. You need to put it out on paper, and then you need to put it away so Spirit can read your list, put your wishes on there, and then you can start to create some solutions. Okay. Smile. I like that one. Just smile. Just smile. Smile all day long. Go out on purpose. If you're someone that sticks at home a lot, go out to the grocery store, go put gas in your car, go do something, and just go smile at some people and see how many people you can get to smile back at you. Me and a friend do this when we're on vacation sometimes. When we're feeling a little sassy, we're like, all right, let's just smile at everyone today and see who all we can get to smile at us, especially the crabby people. And we go out and we do that, and it's the most fun. It's the most fun, especially when you get the crabby person to look at you, kind of roll their eyes and then smile. Very fun. So go spread some smiles around. I also love this one. This one was one I read too. Make a wish tree. I thought that was really cool. This is from Catherine Weber. Find a branch in your yard or garden and spray paint it white, gold, or brown. Then wrap with tiny fairy lights and insert into a vase to create your own wish tree. Next, hang your wishes for the new year and hang them from red ribbons or branches. Or buy lit branches and insert them into a vase, tie your wishes to it. For a natural tree, buy a potted orange tree and hang wishes from the branches, or create a wish tree out of a shrub or plant in your yard. So basically, just go find some branches, put a little glowing lights on there, and put your wishes on there. I thought that was cute. I like that. Let's see. Okay, so out of all of those, which ones are you guys going to do? Which ones do you think would be easy for you to do? Adding red is a good idea as well. I'm a big believer, it says on this list, to add plants. I'm a big believer if you need some new life and you need some new energy and you need to bring in some different, like, new vibes, get either a new plant or some beautiful flowers. I'm a big grocery store flower girl, just because I really like the flowers. Okay. All right. Tell me what you're going to do. Those were a bunch of different fun things that you guys could do. So besides getting the Chinese New Year bundle and doing your meditation, what else are you going to do? Oranges. I know the oranges are so great. Yep. You can also give the oranges away too. Yep. Maybe give them to your neighbor, pass the luck around. Lay to rest, absolutely. Roll the oranges, something new. Making the wish tree. If you do that, you guys, you should post pictures and then post them on my wall. I love that. Oranges, open all the windows, buy some new clothes. Sheets sound great. I know, I love new sheets. That's my favorite. Like clean, new, soft sheets. It's my favorite. Oranges and smiles. Yes, yes. Yeah, so Chinese New Year, some of you have already started talking about it with me this week, but to me, I mean, I know that there's shit going on in the world. There's always shit going on in the world. But when I think about a lot of my clients and some of the things that are going on, there's a lot of energy clearing. And I feel like the energy of 2024 is much brighter, much lighter, much brighter, much easier than what we've had like the last 3 days, the last 3 years. Yes, there's still stuff that you guys got to move through, and it's a big financial year. So whether it's getting things in alignment, whether it's getting some education, whether it's getting some help, whether it's figuring out some debt, whether it's creating more income, starting a new savings account, putting a jar. I was just talking about someone back when we were just broke. Ugh, we were so broke. We were instructed by Spirit to get a jar and put fun money on it. And we just found a big old jar and we started putting all our change in there, and we just saved it for, I think it was 2 years that we saved it for. And then when we finally had enough money in there, we took the kids. My friend reached out and said, hey, why don't you go stay at my cabin? And she had this little place on a resort, kind of like a timeshare deal. But she said, go use it and take the kids and go have some fun. And we took that jar out and we took what we needed to get, pizza and breakfast and food for the kids. And then the rest of it, they got to use and go blow it in the arcade that the place had, because they had a pool and arcade and all that kind of stuff. And that might be something that you start this year, or you start a savings account for fun and dreams and trips and a new car, or whatever it is that is your thing. Do some baby steps that will lead into bigger steps down the road. Okay. Good, Janice. That's awesome. Tracy's going to do oranges, open the windows, wear red. Yep, wear red. Red's a great color. Or red purse, things like that. All right, friends, and then it's the new moon on Friday night too. So we have all this beautiful energy for Chinese New Year, but then we also have this beautiful kind of new start energy coming in with the new moon. To me, anytime the new moon is coming, it's like a new start. So setting intentions, getting clear on what you want in the world, getting clear on where you want to focus, getting clear on what you keep bringing in as a distraction or excuse or complaint or self-sabotage. Like, get real clear about when you know what you do to self-sabotage yourself, or like, oh, I'm totally complaining about that, or oh my gosh, I'm giving so much time to something that is just dragging on my energy. You can create some different habits around that, so you can lighten things up and you can start to move your energy forward instead of always here where it's heavy and it's hard to move through things and nothing ever works for you. You got to start moving forward, changing your focus and changing where you're creating from. Are you creating from fear? Are you creating from scarcity? Are you creating from a crabby place? It's everyone else's fault. I'm just going to bitch about it. Excuses, fear-based. That's where I used to try to create from, and I couldn't create shit. And so I really had to work on that piece. This is the year to do that. Okay. And I'm going to have lots of different classes and courses and things that we're doing in Spirit School that are really going to support those pieces, because what I keep finding is people want to make changes. Like, they want to shift things, but they don't really know what to do. And when they learn the tools, they're not super accountable on it because no one else close to them usually is doing it too. And so having some of these tools and having some of these places that as a community, we can start moving things forward together and kind of being accountable to each other, that tends to move some mountains. Okay. So we really want to pay attention where you're focusing from and where you're creating from. That's a big piece. Oh, yep. See, Peggy must be psychic too. Said the same thing. Great advice. Change where you're creating from. Because if you're creating from fear, that is so hard to do. Oh my God, it's so much energy and effort. If you can get into a different place, and it doesn't have to be rah, rah, rainbows, but it can be just a little bit of hope or a little bit of change or a little bit of doing something different. Like, oh my God, I always do this. Okay, don't always do that. What's something you could do just a tiny bit different and change the outcome? Because baby steps, that's where it's at. I used to leap and run through life and go as fast as I could, and that just didn't serve me. I'm an all or nothing kind of girl, and so learning to have a little bit of that harmony was really important. Okay. All right. So, a couple tools to help you right now. Chinese choking. Chinese New Year bundle and coming up Sedona clearings. So those many of you on here actually have had Sedona clearings. So what are they? So I go to Sedona at least a couple times a year if I can help it, if not more, if I can help it. I love Sedona. I love it. I don't want to live there, but I love it because the energy there is fucking magical. There's just something about it. And it literally has crystals in the red rocks. And so those of you that come with me, I will show you that. But the energy there is such a high vibe. There's so much energy around healing. I tell so many people, I'm like, you could just go sit there. You don't have to go do anything. You don't have to hike. You don't have to go anywhere special. You just sit there and just stuff happens. It's just awesome. I love the energy of Sedona. It's very high vibe. The red rocks, of course, are gorgeous. They're beautiful. I will post lots and lots of pictures. But when I do clearings there, there's just something about doing clearings. I love doing clearings in my she shed too, but when I get to go places and do energy clearings on people, there's just something extra to it. And when you get to do it in Sedona, it's like a big extra to it. I get to see more and I feel more and more shown to me. And the clearings are always really beautiful. And I do a report with them. I do that when I get home. So that's going to be a little bit of a wait for you guys. I might try it a little bit different this year. I might even just record some things. I'm playing with that a little bit. But I have a limited amount because I'm booked when I'm out there. But when I do clearings, I sit and I do chakra clearings. I work on your body. I work on your energy system. I work on your emotional system. I work on anything that I see that we're never necessarily blocked, right? I know we all say that, oh, I feel so blocked. But if I feel that dense, heavy energy, then I can tune into that and see what it's about. And a lot of times we can clear it, or we can move it, or we can shift it, or we can transmute it. And so the energy sessions are so hard to explain, but they're powerful. And I love doing them. And so those are open now. I'm getting my list together. Several people have already purchased those. And so if you want one of those, grab one because they will sell out because I only have limited time to do them this year. Okay. All right. Questions on Sedona clearings, questions on Chinese New Year. What you got for me? Anything? Any questions? I'm trying to think what else is coming up. Sedona is going to be a big fun deal this year. I am gone. Not only do I get to go to Sedona, but I am also going to, I'm going to, what's it called? Joshua Tree. Because I have a client out in Palm Springs going to be going. She's having me come out and clear her house, which I'm always open to travel to clear your house. But I'm going to Palm Springs and I get to go to Joshua Tree, which I've never been. So that is super fun. Angie says, do we know when you'll be doing our clearings? Yes, I am actually this time going to assign, because there's a couple specific days that I'll have time to do them. One of them is the first Friday night that I'm there. It's full moon. So a lot of them I'm going to do that Friday night, or at least start them that night. And then I'll finish them throughout the week. Because I like to some of you kind of travel with me all week. So I just let you. And so when we do that, then, so I think most of them will be started on the full moon, because why would I not start them on the full moon in Sedona? But yes, you will have a window of time that I'll be working on you. The new moon in Spirit School on Friday night, that is at 6 p.m. Central. 6 p.m. Central. Okay. I still feel like I'm missing something. I don't think I am, though. Okay, what other questions you got? Good question, though. Yep, but I will give you guys a little bit of a window on when I'll be working on you. Some people feel it. Some people, like, they'll message me or email me, and they'll be like, totally think you were working on me at 7:15 last night. And I'm looking, and I'm like, yep, sure was. Some people don't. But that's okay if you don't, because you'll still get the report of what I saw, what I did, what the messages are. They're really cool. I think they're cool clearings. Any other questions on that piece, my friends? Or anything around the Chinese New Year? I'm not a super expert on it, but I know some. I know some of it. I know enough to get the energy moving. All right. Anything else, my friends? And if you're watching a replay and you have questions, you can definitely feel free just to email me, jody@jodyharvela.com. And if you're interested in that last spot in my retreat, once I got to hear back from this one lady, but if you want to be on the waiting list, make sure you let me know. It'd be spontaneous because it's coming up fast, but nothing wrong with that piece. All right, friends, I'm going to take off. My son's coming over tonight, so I'm going to go say hi to him and get ready for Eli's birthday tomorrow. So I will most likely be jumping on at least a couple more times here for the Chinese New Year bundle and Sedona clearings. And I'll let you know some of the stuff that we're doing over here for the Chinese New Year in my igloo, because that's going to be fun. I have some more igloo things planned for my local people. All right, friends, talk to you later. Have a good night. See ya.